Greetings, everyone. We are discussing the inter-transfer company visa. International companies do transfer their employees to work in another branch. In this case, if you work for an international company that has a branch in South Africa and they want to send you to their South African branch, you do not apply for a work visa. You apply for what is called an intra-transfer company visa. It is different from the visa that we discussed previously, the work visa, where we're saying that you need to ensure that the company that offers you a job did advertise that job. There's no South African that can do the job. You don't have to go through the South African Department of Labor to be granted a labor certificate. You don't need to take your qualifications to be verified or by the South African Qualifications Authority for you to have a certificate. You don't have to do all that because already you work for a company. Let's assume you are working for Google, or we are working for Google. They have their offices in South Africa. You apply for an intra company transfer work visa or work permit so that you are able to come and work in South Africa. So you don't have to follow all the other requirements like if you are looking for a new job, but because you already work for a company that is a branch in South Africa. So the holder of an intra-company visa, in most cases, you are granted an intra-company visa for 3 years. As we said, 3 to 4 years. As we said in the last video, because say you are in Australia or you are in Europe or North America, you want to come and work in South Africa, your company is actually sending you to work. You apply at the South African mission, or if there's a VFS offices, you apply to VFS. Through VFS, you submit your application because the company will provide you with all the necessary documentation that you have been transferred for a specific period of time to work in the branch of the company. So the requirements are the normal requirements that you need to obviously have a valid passport, meet those basic requirements that are there. But what is different, as we have already said, is that you do not have to go through this difficult task of going through an interview. You simply get your company that is transferring you to confirm that indeed you are working for them. They need you to work, to go and do a specific work for a specific period. What South Africa needs is that if you come and work, they want you to transfer the skill to a South African, because they do not want foreign companies that are in South Africa to bring all employees from outside and the company operates in South Africa. But the South African government understands that there are certain skills that might be needed by the company, which might not readily be available, but you don't have to prove because it's an intra-transfer company. This is why you are granted a specific period to come and work. But the South African government, as part of building its own skills within its own population, they will want you to do what is called a skills transfer, so that you come and work, say, for 4 years under intra-company visa. After 4 years, they would want to have a South African who can then take that job, who will continue working for the international company. But if then the company decides that you should continue, you have to apply for the renewal of your visa. So the intra-transfer company is not a difficult visa to acquire as long as your company does transfer you, gives you the documentation and assists you to apply for an intra-company visa at a South African mission or at the at the VFS offices, if the VFS offices are available in your country of origin. Please write in the comment section, like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you need to speak to an agent other than listening to this video, but you need to speak to an agent, please contact the IB and Immigration Solutions. They are going to assist you. Their contacts are in this video. Goodbye.